Hello, I am Nathan, but the truth. I wanted to talk to you guys about conspiracies and conspiracy theories. Um, this won't send you down any rabbit holes, um, but I do want you guys to be aware that how easily you could be sucked into all this stuff because people have uh, different motives for uh, sucking you into conspiracies. I know everybody uh, talk about the one lady, Marjorie Taylor Greene. They call her kook crazy. Oh, she's went down the rabbit hole of QAnon, and she did. Okay, but people understand something. We all get touched with truths. Somebody told that girl some stuff that probably made her head heavy, and she started spouting it out before she really knew who she was talking to and what she was talking about. And when I tell you that, I'm using her as an example because I really need for you to understand how you could get sucked into stuff. Because my next video is going to be on the child abductions and what's happening to the kids and stuff, possibly. But at any rate, let's go back to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. Um, she's a staunch supporter of white supremacy and all that, and she was that even before she went to Congress. And you have to understand that when she speaks, she's speaking to a constituency, or as people like to now say, her base, who share her same ideological views. But what happened is she got sent down a rabbit hole. Now, when you are a diehard white supremacist, you're going to do everything to protect it. Okay. Now, at the heart of all these conspiracy theories is white supremacy. I mean, I'm going to touch on some that don't even seem like it, but they actually protect white supremacy. And so they have some issues. And she talked about the Jewish space lasers. You guys, they have lasers that they place out in, I guess, satellite orbiting that really can start forest fires. They have done it. They manipulate weather with these laser technology. Um, they do a lot of that stuff, but don't get sucked into a conspiracy theory because a conspiracy theory is when you really don't know and you just know something's amiss. Well, there is a conspiracy. U.S. government has developed lots of weapons to target individuals. Okay, um, they have some pretty unique stuff. They did when I was in the service, and I was back in the '70s. They had stuff that could make you sick as a dog, man. They put that doggone thing on you, and you start getting sick and throwing up and everything. Very nauseous. Um, And they also have one that is just diabolical. It's a big, like a radar thing they could put on somebody and damn near cook them from the inside out. Works like a microwave. This is some serious shit. So when they told her about that, she started going down rabbit holes. Now, being in Congress, you're privy to some pretty secret shit. And she started hearing that stuff after she started spouting all this QAnon stuff. See, QAnon got an objective too. Okay, don't think QAnon is trying to out any kind of government thing. QAnon have their followers on this child protection mode. Okay, where in my next video I'll be touching on that. They had the Pizzagate, had the man go in there to a pizza parlor in DC, and he's threatening to kill everybody in there because, see, not everybody is okay with uh, you just talking about child pedophilia and not doing anything. He want to take action. He want to stop these people from hurting children. This is what and they sent him down that rabbit hole with that stuff. Now, yes, they are into it. If you listen, even during the campaigns, they're talking about pizza, having pizza after, and this and that. Why would that be a conversation piece even? Because it's code word for children. Okay, these people are into some sick shit. Okay? But don't think QAnon's a great savior, because QAnon has them floating behind a man we all know raped a 13-year-old girl, sexually admired his own daughter. Okay, this is stuff that's supposed to be a turnoff for people who advocate for children. So no, QAnon don't advocate for children. They just send people down rabbit holes. They have a nefarious agenda. Okay, and then they protect global white supremacy. Okay, because you'll never hear QAnon talking about all the missing black children in the inner cities all across the country, 50,000 a year, and they don't come back home. So no, QAnon is not a good place to be. But you guys have to be careful going into these different rabbit holes when they start talking about things, because what gets people into a rabbit hole, get them to do that, is a little bit of truth, a hint of truth. And a hint of truth can send you running all over the place. The flat earth theory, okay? That's dangerous, you guys, for you to be trying to delve into that, because NASA protects itself. Trust me, it does. They have things they don't want you to know about, okay? And rightfully so, because your ancestors walked amongst people. Okay, well, they're not necessarily people, but other life forms. It's all written on the walls. Okay, accept that, but don't be trying to prove anything. It's not necessary. Um, I think the best thing to do when I know of conspiracies, ongoing conspiracies, it helps me move differently. And so that's the only reason why I share with you conspiracies such as the JFK execution and all that kind of, because you can move differently. You can know where and how to trust government sources. Okay. And the higher up it gets, the less trust you should have. Um, that's the number one thing that you need to be aware of, is that there's a difference between conspiracies and conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories are just guesswork, a little hint of truth thrown out there at you. But exposing conspiracies is not something you want to do. You know it's a conspiracy, leave it at that. You don't have the artillery to fight it, leave it alone. Move differently. That's what you do. That's your safeguard. Know how to move on these folks. They have theories about the collapse. There's going to be a global collapse, an economic collapse. Know how to move. Prepare yourself to move on that. But don't go into some bunch of rabbit holes trying to delve into this, delve into that, because it's dangerous for you. Because, like in the case of Marjorie Taylor Greene, she didn't know who the hell she was even talking about when she started talking about them Jewish space lasers. And now you see uh, she's standing right with those Jewish folks, because that's what white supremacy. They had to tap her on the shoulder and say, hey, listen, this is who signed your paycheck. This is who you answer to. Okay. Um, California, during protests at UCLA and USC, those young kids out there protesting against Palestine, who showed up to start busting heads? But the Nazis. The Nazis. Those weren't Jewish students that attacked them, Palestinian supporters. Those were Nazis. Okay. Right now, they treating it like eggshells for this Kamala Harris and Trump election coming up, simply because Trump supporters are Nazis and what Klansmen and Aryans. Those are his base supporters. Okay, and Kamala Harris is married to a man who claims to be Israeli. Okay, you have to understand he has dual citizenship. Okay, with Israel, and you have to understand. Okay, Trump up there got support of these guys, marching through Charlottesville. Jews will not replace us. What they were talking about was blacks didn't replace them because the Jews they work hand in hand with. Yeah, kind of shocking, isn't it? Trump's people are white racists. Okay, his base. We all know that Nazis and get Klansmen got the rebel flag and the Nazi flag, and they just waving all that stuff and oh, go Trump, go Trump. But here they are staunch supporters of Netanyahu. He's a Jew. He runs America. Netanyahu calls the shots. If he didn't call the shots, you better believe the United States would have shut down the shit he doing. Because this man has been attacking. He's attacking. Nobody's attacking him. If they throw bombs at him, it's retaliatory. Okay, that's why I said you be careful these rabbit holes you're trying to go down. Okay, and who you want to try to out because these people they all have the same agenda. Okay, there's more similarities with the government that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump would run than there are differences, and none of them include you. Okay, they all pushing for a police state. Kamala Harris did it when she was in California. Okay, by not ever prosecuting a police officer. She refused to. And during her tenure, it was outed that the police, the most notorious gang in California was the Los Angeles County Sheriff Department, had a notorious gang that you had to bleed in. The way to bleed in, you had to kill somebody. Yeah, during her tenure. Okay, and she knows that. Okay, so don't be sitting up thinking that this is either or. Okay, you you playing with the same devil, and so that's why I say be careful of your so-called conspiracies and conspiracy theories that you want to float around or want to go and deep dive into. I don't want you to get in trouble with that. Okay, now my next video is going to be a little more sensitive because I'm going to be talking about those sickos out there. Okay. But for now, hey, listen, I love you. I'm Nathan, and I'm back quiet.